The prison bell rang at exactly 5:43 a.m. Inside cell 18, Elias Vane opened his eyes before the guards even reached the door. He had not truly slept in years. The sound of heavy boots echoed down the corridor, followed by the scrape of metal keys against rusted bars. Every prisoner knew what that sound meant. Final morning. One of the younger guards avoided looking directly at him as the cell door opened. "Do you have any last request?" he asked quietly. Elias stood slowly from the narrow bed. His hands trembled, though not from fear. "There's only one thing I want," he said. The older guard crossed his arms impatiently. "Make it quick. I want to see my daughter." Silence filled the corridor. The younger guard glanced at his partner. "You know the rules," the older man muttered. "She's 9 years old," Elias continued. "She thinks her father abandoned her. Please, just let me speak to her once before this ends." For a moment, no one answered. Then the younger guard sighed. "I'll ask the warden." Warden Victor Hale had overseen executions for nearly 20 years. He had seen murderers cry, manipulate, beg, scream, pray. But Elias Vane unsettled him. Not because he seemed dangerous. Because he seemed broken in the wrong way. The evidence against him had always appeared perfect. Too perfect. A dead journalist. A husband accused. Blood found in his truck. A witness claiming they saw him fleeing the house. The jury delivered the sentence in less than 3 hours. Case closed. But Victor Hale remembered Elias's words during the trial. "I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm asking you to look deeper." Nobody had. Until now. After several long seconds, the warden finally nodded. "Bring the girl." Rain fell lightly that afternoon when a black government vehicle arrived outside the prison gates. A small girl stepped out holding a stuffed rabbit beneath one arm. Her name was Lina Vane. 9 years old. Thin. Silent. Too calm. The social caretaker accompanying her tried making conversation during the walk inside, but Lina never responded. The deeper they moved into the prison, the quieter everything became. Even inmates pressed against their bars without speaking. Something about the child unsettled the entire building. Like she carried news no one was ready to hear. When Elias entered the visitation room in chains, his breath caught instantly. "Lina." The little girl looked at him for several seconds without moving. Then she walked forward slowly and wrapped her arms around him. Elias collapsed into tears immediately. "I missed you so much," he whispered. "You got taller." Lina nodded against his chest. For nearly a minute, nobody spoke. The guards waited near the walls. The caretaker scrolled nervously through her phone. Warden Hale observed silently behind the security glass. Then Lina leaned upward toward her father's ear. And whispered something no one else could hear. The effect was immediate. Elias froze. His entire body stiffened. His eyes widened in pure disbelief. "No," he whispered. Lina pulled something small from inside her coat pocket. A silver key. Elias stared at it like he had seen a ghost. "Where did you get that?" he breathed. The little girl looked toward the caretaker standing near the door. Then she answered loudly enough for everyone to hear. "From the woman who killed Mommy." The room exploded into movement. The caretaker turned pale instantly. One guard rushed toward Elias. Another grabbed the girl protectively. But Lina pointed directly at the caretaker's handbag. "She keeps the recorder in there," the child said calmly. "The one with Mommy's voice." The caretaker bolted for the exit. She almost made it. Until Warden Hale himself stepped in front of the door. "Open the bag," he ordered. The woman's hands shook violently. Inside the handbag, officers discovered a small digital recorder, and a blood-stained necklace missing from the original crime scene for 5 years. The room fell silent. Warden Hale pressed play. Static crackled. Then a terrified woman's voice filled the speakers. "If anything happens to me, Clara knows the truth." Elias dropped to his knees. Because after 5 years, the dead woman was finally speaking again. And the real killer was standing inside the room. Part 2 Hook. But the recorder revealed something even more terrifying. The murdered woman had known she was going to die 3 days before it happened. And she had hidden evidence somewhere no one would ever think to search. Not the police. Not the courts. Not even her husband. Except for one person. Her daughter.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Just click this button right here. And you'll be all set. Thanks for watching.